Hey, welcome back. I say this every day, but it's alright. This game is freaking perfect. I like it so much. I feel like it's gonna be a shock when I go back to other games, and I'm like, oh, I gotta think. This game is so great. You just roll stuff up, and it makes you happy. It's like one of my favorite games now. And it looks good on the Switch. You could play it handheld, like when you're in the airport. I'm almost finished with Anna Karenina. That reminds me. I'm gonna finish it on Saturday when I drive to New York. I only have like 7 hours left. And I listened to it on 2x speed, so I'm almost done. That wasn't my note today. I don't know if I have anything else to say about it, but I really like it. I should read War and Peace. Why not? If I have the time. Because I like Tolstoy. I like how he writes. I like how he just over-explains people interactions in like an interesting way. I don't know. Like anybody else doing that, you'd be like, oh, this is boring. We get it. We know what's happening. They're talking. This is boring. But whenever he explains people's emotions and stuff, it's like, oh, he's getting it. Like, he's getting deep. He's getting deep into how people feel about stuff. Ow. Did I get bit by a mosquito? There's a lot of mosquitoes around because of the flood. That flood was crazy. Remember that flood I talked about last week? It was like the worst flood ever in the history of New Jersey, and people lost their cars and houses. It was like ridiculous. I didn't know how bad it was. Here it wasn't terribly bad. My car didn't get flooded, and it was in a parking lot. But some people to the west of me, it was like 12 inches of rain in an hour. The river's flooded. Crazy. Sorry to everybody who got flooded. I feel so bad. Hopefully my car is covered for flood insurance. I don't know. So my note today was, I actually did what I said I was going to do. I never do this. But I thought of an example of being good. I was nice and they let me in. So, this is kind of a first world example, I was thinking. But, I don't like that it's vibrating. Can I turn that off? Maybe. I'll do that later. I feel like it's loud. I went to the TD Bank to go to the ATM, and the ATM like just ate my card. That's the first time that's ever happened. I put it in and I couldn't use the machine, and it was like blinking and it was weird. Obviously I was panicking, like, what did I do wrong? And it was a really weird situation where I got there when the bank was closing. So the lady was like, oh, we're closing, I can't help you. You have to come back tomorrow or whatever. And I just kind of stood there and I was like, well, okay, but like, what do I, like, there's a person behind me, she wants to use it, what do we do? And I could tell the lady was really stressed about it. She's like, oh, we're leaving, we can't help with anything. I don't remember what happened, but it's just kind of like, oh, okay. And just kind of stood there. And she was like, okay, just like wait there and I'll come back in a couple minutes. And she came back and she let me in. And she's like, oh, sorry, you can wait in here for a second and we'll figure it out. And it took them like an hour for me to finally do everything. Like, they got me a new card, and I'm stuck. It's the first time I've gotten stuck so far. Here we go. Come on. Give me up. Okay. So this was the thing I was talking about before. I hate this place. Yeah, let me out. being a good person, or doing the right thing. So I did the right thing. I didn't get mad at them. Like, I wasn't impatient, and I wasn't being mean, being like, you gotta fix this is your problem, your stupid machine ate my card, and I gotta go, like, pack up my house, and I'm late, and my parents are waiting for me. I didn't say any of that stuff, because that would be stupid. And bad. That would make me a bad person if I did that. But, so what I did was, I was just like, okay, just like whatever you can do to help. I'll just do whatever you can. So the point is, the TD Bank people could have taken advantage of me and been like, there's nothing we could do, just leave and come back tomorrow or whatever. I don't care. They could have done that to me, and I would have been like, oh, okay. But they didn't do that, so that was like a good person test. I need a name for this. I was trying to think of one. Like, could I do a play on words with Turing test? I couldn't think of anything. Like, a test of a good person is how they react to you being a good person. So if you're being good and they're taking advantage of you, that's a test for them. It's not a test for you. You're doing what you're supposed to. You're not doing anything wrong. You shouldn't have been more mean to them to get what you wanted. If that situation was completely reversed, like if I was the TD Bank person and there was this really mean person in the ATM and they were yelling at me like, come on, you gotta do this and fix this right away, I probably would have helped them quicker, just because I'm like, oh, I'm stressed and I want to get rid of this person. So that person got what they wanted by being mean. They got me to help them. But they also caused stress for me, and they caused me to feel bad, so that makes them a bad person. I felt like I had a good thought right there, and I kind of drifted away from it. What is that? Is that an ant? Uh-oh. Kind of looks like a termite. Good thing I'm leaving. I'm a Pisces. I like Pisces. They're little fishies. I don't know, I don't believe in the astrology thing at all, but I'm like, well, I am kind of a Pisces. Like, if I was born as a Taurus or like a snake or whatever, I'd be like, oh, I'm not really like that. But I'm definitely a Pisces, I'm a fishy. Almost done with this game. I want to play it forever. The TD Bank thing. So a test of a good person is for if you do the right thing and they react by taking advantage of you, that's a way to test if someone's a good person. But it doesn't mean that you should change how you act. You did the right thing. You acted the right way. They reacted the wrong way, but you can't control how they act. You can only control what you do, obviously. And you have to do the right thing. Even if it means it takes an hour for you to get your TD Bank card, and that's why it's like a first world problem, because it's like, who cares? You had to wait an hour for a TD Bank card. That's such a minor inconvenience, and it would be a bigger inconvenience if I had a kid or something, but still. It would be harder to do the right thing, but that would still be the right thing to do. And you'd think that the people might be a little bit nicer to you if they saw you had a kid, and you're like, oh, maybe this guy's gotta get home and feed his kid or whatever. Give me the pineapples. And they saw me, and they said, well, this is a young kid, he doesn't have a family, we can have him wait while we do other stuff. And it's true, I don't care. I had to go see my, well, that was before I went to mow the lawn. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be late to mow the lawn, and then everything's gonna be pushed back. Like I can't get home and eat lunch on time. I'm waiting here for this stupid TD Bank card, but what are you gonna do? I gotta do the right thing. So I did what I did. I don't know. I don't want to say it like that because I'm not Superman for doing that. That's like the minimum thing you could do. It's just be nice to the TD Bank people. They're stressed out. I could tell she was stressed out, and she was so nice to me at the end. She was making jokes, and because she could tell like I didn't really care, and so I liked that. That made me feel good, that she was happy, and she didn't feel stressed out. Like I didn't cause stress for her day. She didn't go home that day and be like, oh Jesus, what a day. This guy came in and the TD Bank card got eaten by the thing, and then there was these other people at the counter, and it was closing time already, and we had to go. Yeah, it was such a terrible day. I don't think she left that day thinking that, because I didn't cause her any stress. It's hard to feel good about that, because I'm like, I didn't cause her not stress. I didn't make her happy. But I just didn't like make her want to kill herself when she went home. And be like, oh, people are terrible and they're always mad, angry at me. I'm just trying to help with your money. I didn't do anything to you. Do you think I might die on this one? The hardest one is the bear one, where you can only get one bear and you have to get the biggest bear. I think I 100%ed in my other save though. I got the biggest bear, and that was fun. I liked doing that. Maybe I could do that here. I can't. That would just be me looking at the internet like 90% of the time. What do I have to get next? Where is he? 6 meters. I could do 6 meters in my sleep. Bing, bing, bing. Oh. Give me the guy. There's another interesting mechanic that I never mentioned, which is, see how sometimes when you knock people away, they do this thing where you don't pick them up, they like fall, like that guy just did, and this guy might do it too. Yeah, see, you don't pick them up, you just kind of like knock them away, and then if you don't pick them up right away, they sprint away and you can't pick them up. It's just kind of a fun added mechanic that if you knock somebody like that away, you have to pick them up right away. You can't let them go, otherwise you'll lose them. It's just another thing they added to make you think while you're playing. So it's not super mindless, but it is a little bit, and that's good. It's kind of like Tetris. When you get really good at Tetris and you're just doing the things, you're making the blocks fall and you're not really thinking about it. I had a Tetris effect. I was playing this game so much that I got the Tetris effect, where I was seeing this when I closed my eyes, and I was rolling stuff up in my dreams. Let me go. Was that the no for today? Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it was an example. I was saying a couple weeks ago, oh, I gotta think of an example of this thing that I'm thinking of, where if I'm a good people, like a good people test or whatever. That was an example. So far, the only examples I've given are people responding well to me, so the next thing I have to do is give you an example of somebody responding poorly. I'll see you right away, come back, and then they're just gone forever. So me doing the right thing and then someone taking advantage of me, I don't really have any examples that I can think of where that's happened. I'm sure it has, but not recently. Come back here. I'm gonna miss him. Go. Oh, I got him. I think I'm gonna do one more episode and I'm gonna finish this level. Yeah, I think I have to stop there. Do I? What time is it? Ooh, it's time. Yeah, okay. That was a good topic, wasn't it? Okay, one more episode and then it's time for the move. I'm scared, but by this time next week, for me and me time, I'm gonna be at my new job and my new apartment. Oh god, that's so crazy. 28 years I've lived in the same place, the same job. My parents have been right down the street and now I'm leaving them. It's a big deal. But it must be done. I feel like it must be done. Yeah. And I would have taken the IRS job if I got it. The IRS job in New Jersey. And I wouldn't have had to move. I would have taken it. I was saying, like, should I lie to my parents if I get the job and just not take it? But I would have taken it. I wouldn't have lied to my parents. But yeah, see you tomorrow.